Om Shanti. Good morning on the special day of 18 January. Today is the day of power, the day of remembrance, the day of love that we all experience towards Brahma Baba and from Brahma Baba. The day that Brahma Baba became Avyak. It's also the Avyakti Divas. It's the day that calls us to become angelic like Brahma Baba. The day where we have to look at our complete form, the day that's calling us to stabilize in our complete karmatit stage. So we listen to Baba's Murli for today, which is 18th January 2025. Bapdada's sweet, invaluable, elevated versions to be read in class on the day of remembrance of our Pitashri, Brahma Baba. Om Shanti. The spiritual father is having a heart-to-heart conversation with you children and giving you teachings. It is the teacher's duty to give you teachings and the guru's duty to show you your destination. So the father has a heart-to-heart conversation. The teacher's duty is to give teachings and the guru's duty is to show us to the destination. The destination is liberation and liberation in life. For liberation, the pilgrimage of remembrance is essential. And for liberation in life, it is necessary to know the beginning, middle, and end of creation. The cycle of 84 is now coming to an end, and we now have to return home. When I understand my journey through the drama cycle, when I understand my beginning, middle, and end, that is when I experience liberation in life. Because drama is the interaction of soul with matter, energy, and matter. As we progress through the drama cycle, how the energy of the soul from purest form slowly descends and changes into impure. In the same way, matter starts at purest, and as the soul journeys, the matter also descends. So Baba says that when we understand this journey, when we understand what part have I played throughout the drama cycle, I become liberated in life because I know that I have played elevated part with matter in this drama cycle. What am I now? Where am I going next? So we become liberated in life. While living, we become liberated from all the vices. So by talking to yourself in this way, you will be very happy and you will also give happiness to others. You have to have mercy to show them the path to make them Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. Baba has explained the deep secrets of charity and sin to you children, what charity is and what sin is. The greatest charity is to remember the Father and to remind others also. To open a center, to use your body, mind, and wealth in serving others is charity. To be influenced by the company of others and then to have waste thoughts, to waste your time in thinking about others is a sin. If while doing charity, someone commits sin, then whatever income was earned would be finished. Whatever charity had been performed would all be finished, and then instead of being credited, it would be debited. The account would be debited. For knowledgeable souls, the punishment for sinful actions is 100-fold because they become those who defame the Satguru. So after having this knowledge, after understanding Baba, if we perform any sinful action, Baba says the burden, the debit is 100 times. So it will be minus 100 times. That will go out from our account of charity. This is why the Father gives you these teachings. Sweet children, never perform sinful actions. Protect yourself from being hurt by the vices. The Father has love for you, children, and so he feels mercy. The Father tells you his experience. When I sit in solitude, I first remember the especially beloved children, although they may be abroad or anywhere else. When a good serviceable child leaves his body, Baba remembers that one's soul and gives him a searchlight. This is Brahma Baba. You children know that there are two lights here, and both lights are together. Both are very powerful lights. The early morning hours are good. After bathing, go into solitude. Let there be a lot of happiness internally. The unlimited Father sits here and explains to you, children. Sweet children, consider yourselves to be souls and remember me, your Father, and your home. Children, never forget this pilgrimage of remembrance. You will only become pure by having remembrance, and you cannot go back home without becoming pure. The main thing is this knowledge and yoga. The Father has this very big treasure that He gives to you, children. Yoga is a very big subject in this. When you children have good remembrance, that remembrance then begets the Father's remembrance. When we have good remembrance, the remembrance, it's connection. Na? So one remembrance will call out to the other. So our remembrance of Baba begets the remembrance of the Father. Children pull the Father through their remembrance. So what happens is, when I, the soul, the energy connects to the Supreme Energy, I automatically invoke the essence of that energy, invoke the qualities of the Supreme Energy. So that's how energy starts to flow. There are some who come later and yet claim a high status. The basis of that is remembrance. They pull him. Some who come later, but those who excel in remembrance, those who have good remembrance, they pull him, they pull Baba, they pull Baba's energy. It is said, Baba, have mercy, have compassion. But in this too, the main thing needed is remembrance. Only by having remembrance will you continue to receive a current, and you souls become healthy and full through this. Sometimes, when the father has to give a current to a child, he loses his sleep over it. Just like a father is always concerned about the well being of children, so in the same way, if a child needs Baba's current, then Brahma Baba would stay up all night and give that current to the child. He has this deep connection that he has to give a current to so and so. You know that your life increases when you receive a current and you become ever healthy. It is not that you have to sit in one place and have remembrance. The Father explains, remember the Father while walking and moving around, while eating your meals, or while doing anything. So we have to practice to remember Baba while walking, moving around, while eating, while doing everything. In order to give a current to others, stay awake at night. It is explained to you, children, the more you remember the Father when you wake up early in the morning, the greater the pull there will be, because there are no distractions at that time. So, greater pull there will be. The Father will also give you a searchlight. To remember a soul means to give him a searchlight. You can call that mercy or blessings. You children know that this is an eternally predestined drama. This is a game of victory and defeat. Whatever happens is fine. The creator would definitely like the drama, would he not? So the children of the creator would also like it. In this drama, the Father only comes once to you children, with love in his heart, with heart and soul, to serve you children. The Father loves all the children. You know that in the golden age, everyone loves each other a lot, and that is soul conscious love. There is love amongst the animals too. There isn't a single animal who doesn't live with love in golden age. So you children have to become master oceans of love there, to become embodiments of love there. I have to become master oceans of love here. If you become that here, that sanskar will become imperishable. So I will carry that sanskar with me. The Father says, I have come to make you lovely, exactly as I did a cycle ago. When the Father hears the sound of a child's anger, he gives this teaching, child, it is not good to get angry because you will have sorrow and you will cause sorrow for others. The Father is the one who gives you permanent happiness. And so you children have to become like the Father. Never cause sorrow for one another. You have to become very, very lovely. When you remember the lovely Father with a lot of love, you will benefit yourselves and also others. The Lord of the world has come to you as your guest. Baba is a guest in this world. He comes to purify us. So he's a guest. He spends very little time in this world. Not like us, we travel through 5,000 years in this drama cycle. But Baba's part in this drama is for a very short time. He's a guest. Only with the help of you children is the world going to be benefited. Just as you spiritual children find the Father very lovely, similarly, the Father finds you spiritual children very lovely, because only you are the ones who will benefit the whole world by following Srimad. Baba finds us lovely because only we are the ones who are obedient to him. Only we are the ones who follow his directions, who follow his Srimad and benefit the whole world. You are now sitting here in this godly family. The Father is sitting personally in front of you. I eat with you, I sit with you. You know that Shiv Baba enters this one and says, sweet children, forget your bodies and all your bodily relations and constantly remember me alone. This is the final birth, and this is an old world, and this old body is to be finished. So Baba is reminding us that this is our final birth, and this old body has to be finished. There is the saying, when you die, the world is dead for you. For making effort, there is just this little time of confluence age. Some children ask, Baba, till when will this study continue? He will continue to speak this knowledge to you until the divine kingdom is established. So there's no break for Murli, from Murli. Baba says, I continue to give you this divine knowledge till the new world comes, till divine kingdom is established. You will then be transferred to a new world. Baba is serving you children while being so egoless. So you children also have to do just as much service. You have to follow Srimad. When you follow your own dictates, your fortune is crossed out. When you follow your own dictates, your fortune is crossed out. You Brahmins are godly children. The children of Brahma are brothers and sisters, godly grandsons and granddaughters. You are claiming your inheritance from him. To the extent that you make effort, so you will accordingly claim a status. So Baba is saying that to the extent that we make effort, we will accordingly claim a status. So today's Murli, Baba is covering all the 4 subjects. Right now he's talking about seva, how we should serve, just as the Father serves everyone. We continue to do service, continue to help Baba. He spoke about remembrance, that remembrance begets remembrance, how when we remember Baba, the current flows, connection flows. He's talking about the spinning of discus of self-realization. So how we spin the cycle. He's talking about how we have to imbibe divine virtues, imbibe this knowledge. So Baba says, the effort, to the extent that you make effort, so accordingly you claim the status. In this, you need to have a lot of practice of being detached. Lot of practice from being detached. The Father's first order is, may you be bodiless. Point for dharna. May you be bodiless. May you be soul conscious. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember me, the Father, for only then will the alloy in you be removed and you will become real gold. You children can say with right, Baba, oh sweet Baba, you made me belong to you and gave me everything as my inheritance. No one can snatch away this inheritance. You children have to have this much intoxication. You are lighthouses who show everyone the path to liberation and liberation in life. While walking, sitting, and moving around, just be a lighthouse. Another point for dharna. Become a lighthouse. The Father says, children, there is now very little time. It is remembered one moment, half a moment. As much as possible, engage yourselves in remembering the one Father and then continue to increase your chart. Acha, to you, sweetest, long lost, and now found, lucky and lovely stars of knowledge, love and remembrance from the Mother, the Father, Babdada's heart and soul. with deep, deep love, remembrance, and good morning. The spiritual father says namaste to you, spiritual children, and the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. Avyakt elevated versions. Constantly be a yogi. Just as you put a switch on or off in a second, similarly take the support of your body in a second, and then in a second go beyond your body and become stable in the bodiless stage. Come into your body one moment and then become bodiless in the next. Just like we turn on the switch, the light is on, turn off, light is off. So, in the same way, Baba says, turn on the switch of being bodiless and then come into your body. You have to practice this. This is called the Karmatit stage. Just as it is in your hands whether to wear certain clothes or not to wear them, when there is a need, you wear them, and when there isn't, you take them off. Let there be the same experience in adopting the costume of your body and taking it off. While performing actions, have the experience of wearing a costume and carrying out your task. Then, as soon as you finish the task, become detached from the costume. This is becoming in and out of the costume. And this is what Baba's calling practicing Karmatit stage. Karmatit, that is going beyond the karmic influence. So, how will I go beyond the karmic influence? First, when I become detached, when I remain bodiless, the karmic accounts will not influence. Second is when I am performing actions with the awareness that this is a costume. I'm using this costume. I'm just wearing this costume for this time. So experience the detachment of the body and soul while walking and moving around, just as you would develop any other practice. However, who is able to practice this? Those who are completely detached from their bodies, everything connected with their bodies, the physical world, and relations, and everything else, and who have no attachment, only they can remain separate. Otherwise, what happens is the body keeps pulling you. The connections, the relationships, things that I'm attached to in this world will keep pulling the soul. So I will not be able to remain detached. I will not be able to practice more and more of the bodiless experience, the bodiless stage. And even while in the body, there will be pull from all this. So if there isn't any lightness in your subtle thoughts, if you are unable to be detached, you will not be able to experience being separate. So that's why the first practice is I am a soul. I am not this body. Nothing related to this body belongs to me. I am completely separate from this body. The first practice. This is how we make ourselves light. Nothing from this world belongs to me. So now each one of you has to practice this to experience complete separation. By your staying in this stage, other souls will also experience being detached. They will also experience this stage from you souls. When sitting in yoga, some souls experience the one who is conducting the drill to be in a stage of detachment. In the same way, while walking and moving around, there will be visions of your angelic stage. So Baba says that usually, whatever stage I am in, I give others the experience of that stage. So if I'm conducting a drill, I'm conducting yoga, meditation in class, and if I am in bodiless stage, then others will also get the experience of bodiless stage. While walking and moving around, if I'm practicing being bodiless, then others will also get visions of our stage, of our angelic stage. So while sitting here, many other souls who are going to be close in your golden aged family will have visions of your angelic form and your future royal form. In the beginning, people used to have visions of both the perfect form of Brahma and of Sri Krishna. So in the beginning, they would have visions of perfect Brahma, angelic Brahma, and then Sri Krishna. So Brahma, Sri Krishna. Similarly, people will have a vision of your double form. As you continue to come into this stage of detachment, number wise, others will also have a vision of your double form. Now, let there be this complete practice, and news will then begin to come from here and there that people are having visions. In the beginning, while sitting at home, many souls who were to come close had visions. Right? In the beginning, in the Sindh community, many had visions of Sri Krishna, and they would come running. Or the moment they saw Brahma Baba, they would have visions of golden age of Sri Krishna. In the same way, they will have visions now too. While sitting here, your subtle forms will do service in an unlimited way. To give visions to others, first I have to become detached from this costume of this body. If I'm wearing this costume very tightly, that means if I have the consciousness of this body very firm, then I'll not be able to give others the vision. To give others vision, I have to wear this costume really loose so that others can have vision of my angelic form, of my divine form. So this is how the subtle form will do service in an unlimited way. This service now remains to be done. You saw all the examples in the corporeal form. We hear so many stories of Brahma Baba in the corporeal form. Everything is going to happen number wise according to the drama. The more you stay in your subtle angelic forms, the more service your angelic forms will do. How long does it take for a soul to go around the cycle and circle the whole world? So now your subtle forms will do service, but only those who have the stage of detachment. Only those who are stable in their angelic forms. All the visions were seen in the beginning. There were separate visions of the perfect stage in the angelic form and the effort-making stage. All visions were separate. Sri Krishna, the divine form, the perfect form, the angelic form, and then the effort-making form of Brahma. Just as they had visions of the corporeal Brahma and the perfect Brahma separately, in the same way, there will be visions of you, especially beloved children. When the upheaval takes place, you won't be able to do anything physically, and the impact of this would be felt through this service. In the beginning, too, there was the impact of visions, was there not? Visions and subtle experiences created an impact. In the end, too, this service has to take place. Does each of you have a vision of your perfect form? Baba's asking. Do you have a vision of your perfect form? They have now begun calling out to the Shaktis. Now they don't call out to God so much, but the calling out to the Shaktis has begun in full force. So you have to practice this every now and then. So Baba was saying we need to practice coming into the corporeal, practicing our subtle form, the angelic form, the complete form, and then coming back. So the more detachment I practice, the more angelic consciousness I practice, the more I'm able to give others the vision that they are longing for. When you develop this habit, you will feel a lot of bliss. You souls will become detached from your bodies in a second. You will have that practice. Now, this is the effort that has to be made. The effort of becoming detached from this body in a second. Even as you're listening, practice it. Come detached in a second and then come back.
But our complete form means what form, Didi?
Our complete form is our angelic form, double light form. There's no pull from this body. That's our complete form. At present, there is a need for you souls to be filled with all powers, with your churning power. Only then will you have the stage of being totally absorbed in love and obstacles will be removed. I was giving us the method here. When we experience obstacles in our life, the only way to remove obstacles is through love, to become absorbed in love of the one Father. So Baba says, when you have churning power, only then, when I churn the ocean of knowledge, when I churn the ocean of love, that is, when I churn knowledge, is when I, churn points of knowledge, when I realize points of knowledge, when I bring knowledge into my current daily life. Churning ocean of love is talking to Baba. Wow, Baba, what have you made me? What are you making me? Thank you for choosing me. What was my life and what has my life become? So that is churning the ocean of love. So Baba says, when you continue to churn, when churning power increases, Baba says, your stage of being totally absorbed in love and becoming free from obstacle. Waves of obstacles come when there is less force of spirituality. So at present, before doing the service for Shivratri, you need to have the force for filling yourselves with power. Filling yourselves with power, the force of filling the soul with power. You may be having programs for yoga, but there is now a need to have classes on experiencing and giving others the experience of the powers through yoga. This was Didi Manmohini's speciality, giving others the experience through yoga, through drishti. That was her speciality. In 1 second, when she would remain in that bodiless stage, in 1 second, others would get the experience of bodiless stage because she had practiced that. So, on the basis of your own power, you now have to give power to others in a practical way. Do not think about plans for just external service, but you need to be looking in all directions. Those who are the instruments have to think about which aspects their garden is weakened, in which aspects the garden is weakened. Where are the mosquitoes coming from? Where are certain insects in the garden coming from? Where are the leaves getting dried out? Right? A gardener keeps an eye on the garden. So, in the same way, Baba is saying, check where are the mosquitoes of vices of this particular vice coming from? Where is this feeling coming from? Where is this attachment coming from? And then we treat it. So, in whatever way possible, you have to look at the weaknesses of your garden with a strict eye. Make time to finish any weaknesses. You saw the Sakar form. Whenever there was any particular wave, special service would then be done and special plans made to give Sakash day and night. Special attention would be paid to make weak souls full of power through which many souls used to have an experience. Time was made at night to do the service of filling souls with Sakash. Brahma Baba would stay up. If during the day he didn't have time, then he would stay up or wake up early, like 1:30, 2 o'clock, and give Sakash to souls. So service now has to be done, especially to give Sakash. Be a lighthouse and a might house, and especially do this service. Only then will the impact of light and might spread everywhere. There is now a need for this. Just as a wealthy person helps his close relatives in order to uplift them, in the same way, you now have to give special sakash to all the weak souls who are in connection and relationship with you. Give sakash to all the weak souls who are in connection and relationship with you, but remaining detached. If I am giving sakash with the awareness that this is my relationship, then there's less power. But if I remain detached from that relationship, I am just a conduit, I'm just an instrument from Baba, and the soul is receiving light from Baba. Then the Sakash reaches. Acha, today's blessing. May you be truly loving and constantly experience the company of Father Brahma, the one with 1,000 arms. May you be truly loving and constantly experience the company of Father Brahma, the one with 1,000 arms. At present, the part of Father Brahma with 1,000 arms is being enacted. Just as your arms are not able to do anything without you souls, like these physical arms will move when the soul gives the subtle command. In the same way, you arms, that is, you children, cannot do anything without Bap Dada. We are Bap Dada's arms. We are one of the 100 arms of Brahma. So in every task, there is first the Father's help. While the part of establishment is being enacted, Bap Dada is with you children in every thought and at every second. Therefore, do not put up a curtain of separation and be separated in yoga. Move along in the waves of the ocean of love, sing his praise, and do not get hurt. The practical form of love for the Father is have love for doing service. So Baba is saying that to remain constantly with Baba, right? Just as an arm is always there, just as the arm follows directions of the soul. So in the same way, we are the arms of the Father. So let me just be so close to Baba at every step. So Baba says, at every second, do not put up a curtain of separation. Don't separate yourself from the Father. So move along in waves of the ocean of love, sing his praise, and do not get hurt. So when I'm connected to Baba, nothing can touch the soul. Nothing can influence the soul. There'll be no obstacles. I will not get hurt. I will not come into feelings. Nothing. Slogan. The experience and practice of the bodiless stage is the basis of claiming a number ahead. It's in connection with today's Murli. The experience and practice of the bodiless stage is the basis of claiming a number ahead. Today's point for powerful mind and service of giving Sakash. Let yourself and others experience your mind to be automatically full of pure vibrations of good wishes and pure feelings at every moment and for every soul. Let blessings continue to emerge from your mind for all souls at every moment. Let your mind be constantly busy in doing this service. Just as you have become experienced in doing service with words, and if you don't get any service to do, you experience yourselves to be empty. In the same way, together with doing service with words, let service with your mind also continue to take place automatically. Service through mind take place automatically. For this, Baba has told us we have to keep our mind healthy. So we have to pay attention to what the mind is eating. So no junk food and also churning, creating thoughts based on this knowledge. Thoughts of self-respect. So remaining constantly busy in this service, serving through the mind. Cha? Om Shanti. So of course, today is Murli of 18th January, and every year the Murlis of 18th January just are like an entire package, a package of everything that we need to practice. Baba gives us signals today, what is needed in the world and what is our role at this time and going forward. What is it that we Shiv Shaktis have to do? And if you remember today's Murli, Baba has emphasized the practice of bodiless stage. The more and more I remain soul conscious, the more and more I practice becoming bodiless, the more and more I become detached from the costume of this body, the more stable I can be, the more I can conquer the obstacles, the more happy I am, the more I'm able to give others the vision. That means the more seva I can do. And Baba said that at the end, there won't be seva through words. Nobody will have the time to listen to this knowledge. So we have to practice this form, the bodiless form, the angelic form, our complete and perfect form, separate from this physical costume, separate from this body. The more I practice that, the more I'll be able to give others the experience, the visions of angel. Everybody knows about angels. It's just that we have to start remembering Baba, of course, while walking and moving around. Baba said, practice bodiless stage, come into action, and then become detached. 1 second, I am detached from this body. 1 second, I come into action as an angel. This body is given to me to express myself as an angel, to perform actions as an angel. That is the practice of Karmatit stage. And of course, today is the day of remembrance. Today is the day of becoming avyakt. So a practice that we all need to imbibe to become avyakt, to reach our Karmatit stage quickly is this. When I practice bodiless, angelic, Baba said, consider yourself to be a moving lighthouse, living lighthouse. So when I practice this, I am practicing more of coming closer to my Karmatit stage. So let's remember Baba. And of course, today, all day, just experience that love from Brahma Baba. Listen to Brahma Baba's songs. Just take yourself to Madhuban in Baba's room in front of the Tower of Peace. Just take yourself, transport there, just remain in Madhuban all day today. Experience Baba. Experience how Baba's holding my hand and walking through Madhuban, walking through the pure land, the land that has experienced Pita Shri Brahma in action, the land that has experienced that has witnessed God speaking through Brahma, the pure land of my sweet Madhuban. See yourself in front of the Tower of Peace, standing tall like a lighthouse, by the soul, a living lighthouse, stable, unshakable, immovable, guiding others through my light. Tower of Might, just as Brahma Baba was an embodiment of a living lighthouse. I, the soul, move around as a living lighthouse, just like Father Brahma. Invoke my angelic form of being double light as I move and interact with others. Shanti, Shanti. So have a loving, beautiful, powerful, full of remembrance 18th of January. And of course, we will have Baba's meeting today. So we'll get directions and just be merged in love today, right? So have a great day with Baba. I'll see you tomorrow. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Didi.